While taking the series of top healthy foods to be found in your own kitchens, in this video of mine, I will be sharing with you all top 5 such healthy foods apart from the ones that I've already shared in the previous video. These will be different top 5 foods that you can find in your own kitchens. Foods that are naturally occurring and available in our kitchens are full of abundant nutrients and nutrients that help us support our body in a complete manner and are easy to consume in our daily diet. Cumin seeds. Cumin seeds are very common in our Indian kitchens and is something that is used in almost everything we cook. Cumin seeds. Cumin seeds is a very common ingredient to be found in our Indian kitchens and is something that is used in almost everything we cook. But do you know, cumin seeds, no matter how tiny they may be, are packed in abundant micronutrients, are excellent for our hair growth, for our skin, even for keeping our hormones in check. If you are someone who's has issues with their thyroid gland, hyper, cumin seeds is something that should be a part of your diet, not just in the form of putting a tadka in your dal where we kind of like really cook them a bit too much. I would recommend having a powder made of roasted cumin seeds. You could just lightly roast the cumin seeds or put the cumin seeds outside in direct sunlight. That will automatically roast the cumin seeds and you'll be able to feel it in the fragrance. Make a powder of it and have it with a glass of lukewarm water once in the morning, once in the night to bring your hormones in, harmony and see how it works for you. Well, while we are talking about seeds, the second food that I want to discuss in this video is fenugreek seeds. Well, we all use fenugreek seeds as a form of spice or, while doing the tadka for some specific dishes that we cook. Fenugreek seeds have a very peculiar flavor to it. But do you know, they are so immensely packed in calcium that is excellent for, to be included in our daily diet. If you are struggling from bone mass issues or bone health, or if you know someone who's suffering from osteoporosis, it's excellent to include fenugreek seeds in your diet. And the best way to consume them when you want to use them for medicinal benefits would be to soak the fenugreek seeds overnight and sprout them the next day. They come out as sprouts like any other beans. And once the sprout has come out, the peculiar taste kind of mellows down and it tastes a bit semi-sweet and is great because at that stage when you consume it, the nutrition that it contains is easily absorbed in your gut. So do that. Include fenugreek seeds in your diet, not just as a spice, but for medicinal purposes. And for that, all you have to do is soak them overnight, sprout them out and consume them. Just chew them until they are broken down and consume the fenugreek seeds. You will see how it impacts your bone health. It's also great for lactating mothers. You also for your hair. So all these seeds are excellent for your hair. So if you want to have like nice and dense and shiny and nice hair, you can have fenugreek seeds in your diet. Also, it's also used for cosmetic uses. Like fenugreek seeds are often used to make shampoos, to make hair care products. That just shows that how good it is for our hair growth. So include fenugreek seeds in your diet. The third food I want to talk about is another food that kind of is used as a spice. I would like to talk about fresh chilies, like fresh green chilies, full of vitamin C. It's actually very unusual to think about it, that vitamin C is usually abundantly found in citrus fruits or fruits that are juicy in nature, but who would know that green chilies are a great source of vitamin C? So they just don't give you that hot, spicy flavor to your food, they're actually really good for your food, for you if you are good with green chilies. But if you're a person who doesn't like spicy food and doesn't like hot food, then you don't have to consume green chilies just because I'm asking you to. However, if you de-seed the green chilies, they don't taste so spicy anymore, and they still contain, the peel still contains the vitamin C in abundance. So include that in your diet. It's great for your skin, it's great for your gut, and vitamin C, since it helps in the absorption of other vitamins and minerals in our body, is great to be had. It's great for our immune system as well. So third food, green chilies. Since this video is going on the theme of herbs and spices, I'll take it forward in the same theme. The fourth food I would like to talk to you all about is also a herb. So I want to talk about oregano. Oregano, we know we use it in Italian food, is not really a part of Indian kitchens. However, we do like the taste of it, and there are certain herbs in our own Indian kitchens that kind of taste like oregano. So I would say oregano and ajwain. I'm talking about both of them together. You know, it's not always easy to find oregano in fresh form. You can even get capsules, or you could find it in dried form to be used in your cooking. But if you're someone who is having a weak gut health, oregano is something that's going to be very beneficial to you. You could have it in the form of soft gels. If that's something you don't want to do, you could buy an essential oil, a good brand of naturally procured essential oil that comes with a certificate that says that it's natural and how much percentage of that essential oil is naturally procured. Include that oregano oil. It's most of the times those essential oils that are oregano are edible. So you could ingest it, you could have it, you know, just lick it, or you could also just inhale it. It's great for you. So include oregano in your diet. And while I was talking about oregano, if you can't find oregano, you could always think about ajwain. Ajwain is something that comes so easy and naturally in our Indian kitchens. It's excellent for digestion. We all talk about it. It's not even something that is not of common knowledge. I think everyone talks about it and everyone consumes it for those benefits. So include ajwain in your daily diet, and not only that, you could also just have a teaspoon of ajwain with a bit of black Himalayan salt, and just have it with lukewarm water, just to, you know, have a better digestive system. So that would be the food number 4. Well, I combined 2. Well, herb number 5. I would say coriander seeds, coriander leaves, dried coriander leaves, be it in any form, has to be a part of your diet. If you are not used to having coriander leaves in your vegetables or in your dals as a topping, you could always make a chutney, a delicious dip of coriander leaves. You could mix it with mint leaves if you don't like the flavor of coriander seeds, but most of the times the flavor itself is so delicious that it should be a part of your diet to enhance the taste of the diet. So coriander seeds, coriander leaves, and coriander dried leaves, all forms should be a part of your diet. And if you are someone with hormonal imbalances, coriander seeds and coriander leaves are excellent for you, should be a part of your diet. You should even garnish pretty much every dish that you eat with coriander leaves, and we can easily find them. So it's the best way to include, because it's local food, easily available, should be a part of your diet. So these were the 5 herbs in this video I talk to you about, which are often just treated as spices or something that's not very important, but they are not only used for taste. They actually have immense health benefits, and we must make the most of them. And how can we make most of the foods that are available in our kitchen? when we know what they do to us, when we know what that particular herb is gonna do to my body when I consume it in my diet. So hope this video is helpful to you, and I'll be coming back with another video where I'll be talking to you about some common ingredients found in your kitchen and how beneficial they are in your diet.
Press the bell icon to never miss a video from One World News.